Hey there, Gregan here, RLCS analyst and world champion coach, and now Twitch Rivals champion. I recently competed in Twitch Rivals for a share of the $25,000 prize pool, selected my own dream team of streamers and pros, and we ended up winning the whole thing. I learned some massive lessons which I'd love to share with you guys, as well as some fun clips from the evening. Jorhdys? Oh. The event was so much fun and had so many amazing moments. I wanted to tell you the story of how Team Gregan became Twitch Rivals champion. Let's go! First off, I received a little DM where I was selected to be one of 8 captains for Twitch Rivals. Each of the captains was a content creator and was allowed to select 3 players from EU of their choice, but we were limited to 2 RLCS points earning pros and 1 content creator. With many of the top EU pros out in LA boot camping for the Winter Major, I started my search with one of the best players in EU to not make the major, Cash. Cash is an incredible player for Misfits Gaming, very mechanical and easy to play with.
Wait a minute, Cash! Wow, what is that angle? It's luck, mate. Is that harsher? What an amazing touch.
He has amazing game sense, which I knew would work well with me, as I find it hard to play with chaotic and mechanical players.
I love it.
Oh, you are insane! I'm sorry, I'm getting so excitable and like pre-jumping so much crap and getting you guys away. I'm just gonna let you guys do your thing.
Getting trigger happy.
Cash was a must-have and was instantly on board to join the team, also a very quick responder to DMs, and a huge part of the team's success. Next up, I needed a content creator who could also hold their own in the game. I knew this person was going to be important for our vibes, but also would be needed to step up and play well. Up steps Jorhdys. Possibly the hardest streamer name to type I've ever seen, but certainly worth it if you can. Be sure to go check them out after this video, as they're an amazing streamer and recently started posting to YouTube. Joe popped off in this tournament and was an important part of the team to keep our vibes going all evening long, as we were streaming for 7 hours. Our last slot was to be filled by another pro. I asked Cash on his thoughts of who we should pick up, and we both felt that Hibbs would be perfect. Mechanical in his own right, but amazing at facilitating players around him, and his comms are genuinely amazing.
Getting so hot, I can take my clothes off.
On paper, we were one of the favourites, and that was partly due to the team I selected, but also being one of the higher ranked content creator captains, we had an advantage when it came to raw Rocket League ability. But that wasn't why we won. We won because we had the best vibes in Rocket League.
Let's touch one out.
Nice.
Oh, class.
Nice. That was so good.
Good work, Cash.
Gregan, you popped off on that wall. That was juicy.
I had like no boost there.
It was a beautiful pass.
That was
Gregan.
such good speed. Jeez.
I played.
To start off the tournament, we had a seeding phase, and we all had to take on a custom training pack, and the person who could finish it quickest would finish first, and all the way down to 24th, and based off of your team's performance, you'll be seeded into groups. Unfortunately, there was a bit of miscommunication, so Cash didn't realize that you could repeat the same shot over and over again, and he got 23 out of 25, which put him last of everybody, because everyone else finished all 25 shots, but took way longer than he did. So the fact that he only messed up twice in this training pack in its own right is incredible, but it did mean that we got the lowest seed of the tournament and got put into the second group, which actually worked out quite nicely for us, because I think we were one of the best teams in that group. So our first match was up against the French team, Kenny Stream's team. Now in this team, there were 4 French-speaking players, and one of them was my old player, K-Dop, who I used to coach. 3-time world champion, 6-time world finalist, but most importantly, my main rival in this match. We put out our strongest team for this one, and we managed to take the game 2-0, but it was incredibly close. There was one particular highlight moment for me was when I was in a 1v1 against K-Dop. I faked him high, top right, shot it low, bottom left with a musty. Seeing the reaction from K-Dop was incredible.
Non. Envie de dire, mais je pense qu'il t'a mis style à moi. Oulala, 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 oulala. Gregan me style.
C'est pas grave, c'est pas grave. On oubliera. Putain, non, c'est trop, frère.
It was also an amazing moment where Jorhdys got her first touch of the tournament to be a little 1-2 play with me, and we outplayed Itachi, one of the best pros in the world, as 2 content creators. That's you, Joe? Nice! Let's go, Joe! Pop off, queen! Joe, you and I just outplayed Itachi. We just outplayed Itachi, you and me. For the rest of this game, every time I made a touch that was above the level of expected content creator, these guys were joking that I was a pro player. This seemed to be a common theme of the tournament because a lot of people weren't expecting me to play as well as I did, but I think it really helped that we had good vibes the whole time as it helped everyone in our team play our best. Match 2 was against D3's girls team, and this was a Spanish team. And one thing you always have to expect from Spanish players is they're going to be fast, they're going to be aggressive, especially with VK Salen and Stake on their team. Against them, we played really well and managed to take them down in 2-0 fashion again. And I think it's really showing how good our team is at this stage, the fact that we've 2-0'd the first 2 games. That was not intentional.
I was totally meant to happen.
I was trying to sort of double it, but not like that. Match 3 was against a good friend of mine, Lunaris's team. We used to work together at Guild and we've been good friends for a while, but unfortunately for Luna, I'm quite a lot stronger a player, so when we were in the lobby against each other, it was a little bit unfair and we started to dominate them, and it did make Luna get a little bit tilted.
Oh, apparently Luna is molding like really bad, like not joking. Oh, that's so sad. Don't give them a secret though.
I'll actually get Gregan's head and put mash in it. I don't care.
Luna's team was exceptional, and I think they went on to make the semi-finals, so fair play to them. They looked really good later on, but at the start I think they were just working out how they wanted to play as a team. So for matches 4 to 6, we had to rematch all of those teams, but I had to sit out of every game. So Cash, Hibbs and Jorhdys went on and played incredibly well. We won 2 out of the 3 matches, and there was this beautiful moment where Joe popped off.
Should be
Nice! Oh my god, that was so cool! What the fuck? My POV there was insane.
Look at that. Pick them out.
Such a
Good
good
pass.
pass.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I highlight Joe's goals because with Cash and Hibbs, it was kind of expected. You know, these 2 players are some of the best in the tournament, but Joe really stepped up and learnt so quickly. And that brings me on to the first of the 3 lessons I took from this tournament: how to play with a player who is a lower ranked player than you. If you're playing in a team of 3 and one of your players is at a lower rank than the other 2, or maybe you've got one player who's better than everyone in the team, you really want to focus on that best player playing more of a third role and coming in and cleaning up afterwards. You want to send your weakest player after the ball. You want them to challenge, you want them to chase, because even if they don't make a play on the ball, they're going to disrupt the opponent with the ball. Quite early on in this tournament, we said to Joe, just go, be confident, because even if you miss it, even if you mess up, at least you've gone. And in the end, she ended up beating people to the ball consistently. And that's the key. Confidence is key as the weakest player in the lobby. If you're ever playing with a bunch of friends and one of the players in the team isn't at the same level as everyone else, get them to chase. You want your weakest player to be the one disrupting as first person. After finishing top in our group, we went on to the semi-finals with fear in the opposition's eyes from the other group as they heard stories of the almighty Cash clipping on everybody.
Cash is having a prolific day. He's putting a lot of crazy shots, some ridiculous angles. You'll see him in the replays probably at the end.
Or maybe it was just that we had really good results. No one had a chance to watch any other game. In the semis, we were playing against Team Hercules. She did incredibly well to make the semis as she was one of the lowest ranked players in the tournament. Virtuoso and Luis P, who are teammates for Navi, were playing on this team, and DRKU, their content creator, is one of the highest ranked content creators in the tournament, and they work super well together as a team.
I'm dead. Good touch, go again.
This team was really tough to play against because they were very bump focused and they often overwhelmed you with the speed at which they were playing. We managed to work them out just about in the semi-final, but it went to game 5. Here's just some of the highlight goals from the game. Mid left. Nice, let's go.
Let's go! You're so good! You got this. See?
Great speed,
We
Hibbs.
need to keep control. If we have control, we'll win.
Yeah.
If we have control, they're just chasing the ball that we have, so it's fine. Done.
Back left.
I double. Nice.
Nice, Cash!
Jobs are good.
Oh my god, my heart's racing watching this fight.
What a play.
It's so good.
Such a good shot. Now with the semi-finals won and everybody feeling tired, we went into the final, a best of 7 against Team Kaylee. Before the tournament, I had a feeling that Team Kaylee was going to be one of the main rivals of the tournament, because not only is Kaylee incredible at Rocket League, but she had a super strong team, with Jazer being the other content creator who used to be a pro and is consistently a highly mechanical player. And also, she had two amazing teammates in Oski and Breezy. Breezy, in fact, being the teammate of Hibbs, who was on my team. We knew this game was going to be tough, and they started off with Kaylee, Oski, Breezy, where we started off with Jorhdys, Hibbs, and Cash.
Aw, that's so good.
Unlucky.
It was a good game.
It was so close, though. Like,
So close.
once this game was finished, it was likely going to be going to the strongest team on both sides and play out the rest of best of 7 like this. But honestly, I think Kaylee should have subbed herself back in because she played so well in the first game. And I think she was the one with the best energy levels of the team. Bless Chaser, it was super late. I think it was like 2:30 in the morning for him by the time the tournament finished. So he was really tired. But for us as a team, we managed to keep our vibes up all 7 hours. And even in the final, we were popping off and hype and giving each other so much positive energy to keep us going through that final. Nice, let's go.
Let's go. You guys played
Game
so
7, bro.
Let's
7 hours
go.
already. Come on, let's go.
As I mentioned before, one of the greatest powers we had as a team was people weren't expecting myself and Jorhdys to be as good as we were. So when we came into this game, Jorhdys surprised them by playing really well in the first game. Quickly, this narrative changed as Cash and Hibbs played super well, and I was able to play around them and play a great support role. And as the game went on, they started quoting Gregan the Mastermind, as I kept faking, challenging well, boost stealing, bumping, and doing things that were disrupting them to open up the space for Cash and Hibbs.
So much time. Flick.
What the
Wee
fuck?
bro,
Why is Gregan hard carrying them? No cap. Bro, Gregan hard carrying them, bro. What is this? He's been the reason for all their goals.
Yeah.
Gregan the mastermind, bro. Fucking off. He's hard.
Dude, Gregan's pissing me off.
Okay. I'm dead.
No.
Bro, Gregan is speaking. He's hard.
Gregan is actually like every reason of their goal.
I may not be the most mechanical player in the world, but I knew how to facilitate two incredible players in Hibbs and Cash. Which brings me on to my second point, how to play as a high-ranked player with not too many mechanics. Now, this is something I get asked all the time on stream. How are you that ranked despite being not mechanical? And a lot of it comes down to game sense and read of the play, being able to intercept the ball at the right times. But the biggest thing is how to bring the best out of your teammates. One of the things that I consistently did throughout the day was play with pads rather than pick up 100s. And this allowed Cash to continually pick up 100 boosts. I think Hibbs did a similar kind of thing. And if you're not taking the 100 boosts from your teammates, then that's going to allow them to keep their boost as high as possible, especially for highly mechanical players like Cash, who are frequently going to use all 100 boosts on their big plays. And if you can pick up pads, you can be there to intercept those balls in the middle of the pitch. Another thing I did was while I was rotating out, I looked to have value off of the ball, looking for things like boost steals, bumps, little touches on intercepts, stuff that I covered in my how to rotate like a pro video. I was doing that as much as possible, and that opened up space for Hibbs and Cash to score goals while I was rotating back. And the last thing is about comms. This team's comms were amazing, and the key was we kept it simple. We made it really easy for each other to go, and there was so many times where I was tempted to go for the ball, and hearing my teammates confirm it for me made me super confident going for it. Likewise, we put ourselves in positions where we could hit the ball to each other, knowing that our teammate was going to be on the receiving end, so calling out strong positions on the pitch, whilst also calling out boost amounts so you know how much your teammate or your opponent can go for the ball. Here's two moments I want to share with you from the final. Now, I said I'm not a particularly mechanical player, but I did surprise Breezy and Oski a few times with the things that I was doing, and the main reason was because I can wall dash. Now, wall dashing is quite a new mechanic to Rocket League, and one that a lot of pros haven't even learned yet. And I pulled it off twice in the final, unexpectedly catching people off guard. One of them, Breezy, even said he was going to beat me to the ball, and I caught him off guard with a double wall dash.
You?
Yeah, I get beating him. Just f***ing wall dashed. For that boost.
He beats me.
You're last.
What?
I'm back now.
He's wall dashing.
Now, on both these occasions, I may not have scored a goal off the back of the wall dashes, but just the very fact that it's an option that the opponent has to worry about is going to add to the confidence for them going for the ball. It might make them rush more because they feel that they can get to the ball before you, and it's also going to throw them off every time you do it. It's a mechanic that I highly recommend you all learn. Maybe it's a tutorial you want me to do, so let me know in the comments below if you want to see a tutorial on wall dashes. And the final lesson from this tournament that I have to tell you about is being in a good vibe team. It's so underrated in gaming and esports how much having good vibes can make you play better. Now, it could be the tiniest margin for a lot of these pro players who are used to playing in an intense environment. It might just help them with a little bit of mechanics, maybe a bit more efficiency, maybe they'll trust their instinct a bit more. But for people like myself and Jorhdys and all the other content creators who aren't used to it, we play so much better when we're feeling good. And that confidence, that good vibes makes everyone try their best and not worry about if it goes wrong. We wanted to play together, we wanted to win together, we wanted to have fun together, and that's the key to every top team in Rocket League. Playing in Twitch Rivals was one of the most fun experiences I've had in Rocket League. We went on and came first place, winning $7,000 as a team. Not only that, but I made 3 amazing friends out of my teammates, and I'll be cheering on Misfits and 00 Nation for a long time. And like I said before, if you want to check out an amazing streamer, sometimes a little bit sweary in her language, but Jorhdys is one of the most entertaining streamers in Rocket League, so go check her out. Link is top line in description. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a little bit about how to play in a tournament with players of varying skill levels, and I hope you enjoyed the story of how we became Twitch Rivals champion. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you next time.